So,
dear Ella, start.
I start. Thank you for your attention. Good evening. I'm really happy and touched to stay here now and to present you my own presentation. As our group is a group of talents, we can say, and there are many people who are very talented and who have presented us their own works. And I would like to say that I liked them really, so I got pleasure from them. And me too, I would like to present you today one of my own works.
You are alone, no, right? Isn't with you today?
No.
Okay.
Physically he is, but
okay.
So, which is called Miss Happiness or the Blue. As you see, it is a book, and it was published in 2017, last year.
Very attractive cover.
Yeah, it's
nice cover.
It's me who did it.
Okay.
So
I did it.
Yeah.
Yes, or I
you can see my own picture.
Photo, yes.
Photo.
Very nice.
Yes. Well, so firstly I would like to speak about the idea of writing a book.
Yes.
In general. Firstly, I had it, I think that was 7 or 8 years ago when at the school we started to study Armenian literature, and I realized that 90%, if not more, percent of Armenian writers, they are men, and from women we know only the name of Silva Kaputikian, but I started to think that, however, women aren't less talented. So
What do you want to say?
A secret dream, we can say.
Okay.
I like to.
I have had, you can say.
I was thinking and I was dreaming to see my name after many years in the manuals of Armenian literature. So at that age, I was writing small verses, small poems, but after I stopped it, when I was already 12 or 13 years old, I had a story which was always turning in my brain, we can say, in my head.
Turning right,
I couldn't forget it. So once I took a pen and I started to write it, I thought that it would be a small novel, like with 10 or 12 pages, but after I realized that I've written already 40, 50 pages, but it is only the half of that story that I have in my head. But after I stopped doing it because I was thinking that it isn't good enough, and after 2 or 3 years, I think, I suddenly found these papers and I started to read them.
And collect,
actually, yes, it was like in
a copybook.
In many copybooks. Yeah, I started to read them, and actually it was very funny reading what I've written 2 or 3 years ago. They weren't good, really, they weren't good, but I decided to keep them just for fun. But after I had another idea, I thought that I can rewrite this story. And I started to rewrite it, but already with my new vocabulary, with my new words, I improved it, I can say. So, but I finished it after 2 or 3 months, I think. But because I was afraid of the idea that another person can read this story and can criticize it. I was afraid of being criticized. I hid this story in my files, in my computer files, but one day I printed it and I forgot it in my room. When I came back home, I saw that my grandfather was already reading it, and I could do nothing with that fact.
Yes.
So he was the first person who read it, and he said he liked it. Then my parents too, they read the story, and they liked them, and they started to conceive me that we can print it as a book, we can publish it. Firstly, I was really afraid about being printed, about being read,
Yes.
being criticized, but after I remembered about my secret dream, and I agreed with them. Well, that was my first book, which is called Namak. This is the second one. And the second one, after publishing my first book and getting pleasure from that, I started to write the second one. Yeah.
So, can you in short also tell us what is the plot of your book?
Yeah, this one?
Yes.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I think that this book is more mature, more I can say interesting comparing with the first one. And it's well written. I think it's better. Of course, it has also many defects, but however, so it is a story between an Armenian boy and a girl who is half Armenian but who lives in France. They first meet each other in Armenia, but few times later the girl said that she had to return to France.
Yes. Yes, to France.
The actions happened in 1980s when Armenia was fallen in politically and economically heavy situation, so the boy couldn't go with her. But after many years, they suddenly meet each other in France during the exposition of portraits of that boy who was already a big artist, and the great artist, and they haven't forgotten their feelings, and all this restart.
Yes.
So we can say I would
It
not
was
tell
a
you the
rebirth.
end of
Yes.
the story. I wouldn't spoil it.
So we can say it is a love story.
Yes, as the first one too. There are two
romantic stories.
Yeah, like this. So I would like just to say that dreams realize we can realize our dreams. So
if you want, you can do everything. Yes. Well,
Thank you.
nice. Thank you too.